Welcome to another video of Tsun, the channel of YouTube dedicated to how to use Wing Chun for fights in rings, in combat sports. This video is dedicated to Wing Chun Sanda. That is the union of Sanda and Wing Chun. What is Sanda? I explain that for people who doesn't know it. Sanda is like a combination of kickboxing plus judo. That's said in an easy way. In fact, it's a little bit more complicated than that. The idea of Sanda is to have some the takedowns, but you have a very limited time to do takedowns, around 3 seconds to 5 seconds, depending of if there is work or not. Here there are some people who explains some basic Sanda takedowns, that all the judo takedowns that have some conditions can be applied, but Sanda has its own takedowns that in fact are not coming from judo but from grappling style from China, but most people use usual takedowns. I'll show some from this video.
大家好，肩部前顶，同时发力将对手摔倒。
Okay, this was a basic double leg takedown, but I would pay attention to one detail. Here you can see that the guy who's making the takedown puts his head to the side. If this would be MMA, the stand-up guy could do a guillotine choke, but in Sanda that is not allowed with that, and because of that reason they make these kinds of things. But it is not too hard to go from these kinds of takedowns to ones where the attacker put their ear to the abdomen and so avoids getting guillotined. Let's see the double leg. It is a basic double leg. Another important detail, by the way, he is in no moment putting the legs in the ground. In Sanda, if you put the techniques in the ground, you automatically lose a point. Okay, you made it down, you go up, and the combat continues.
讲解一下抱腿前顶和肩部前顶，同时发力将对手摔倒。
How to do the takedown? You can do it in many ways, like to do double leg takedowns. By the way, that's a thing that not everybody knows. When you try to attack a double leg takedown, you grab the legs. Let's see if he does it correctly.
两手挥拉。
Pretty important. He has gone around the legs, because if you go too frontally with the hands to the legs, you can get damage in your fingers, or well, I don't know, muñeca in Spanish. I don't remember the word just now. That is, you must go around the legs to avoid self-damage. I have seen a case of severe damage, injury for more than 5 months in one finger. That is not essential for understanding Sanda, but there were important details.
打架基本站，手搂抱对方的大腿内侧，右手搂抱小腿，
Okay.
以前脚掌为轴，向右
He's
后
doing a
方
single
旋
leg.
转，
Once again, he doesn't put the knees.
右手上提，左肩下
There are
压，
many
形
kinds
成
of
合力，
single
将
legs.
对手摔倒。
Okay, he this time spin around. Okay.
抱腿悬压的一肩部顶靠对方内部，
Let's see this from the beginning.
身体快速下潜，用我们的左手搂抱对手的右后腰，
Okay. How to do?
后手搂挂对方前腿，
Okay.
右臂回。
I don't need to show all the details of Sanda takedowns. Another aspect is it is pretty interesting. Let's see if there is something here. Okay.
搂抱，
He's
用
doing here.
我们的手臂夹紧对方的手臂，用我们的右手臂夹紧对方的颈部，我们的右中没有用我们的
This is judo style.
腰部、腿部的旋转
There are
力量
judo styles.
打腿，将对
But
手
it
摔
is
倒，
getting
这样会导致我们的
pushing the
动作不成功。因
this arm around the neck, and that
腿
is
部
not
的
how
力
it is
量
in
旋
judo.
转打腿，将对手摔倒。
But another aspect is judo like.
打基本，我们的臀部贴紧对方的腹部，
This will be
两腿
similar to
弯
a
曲，
ogoshi
蹬
from
身
judo
发力，
with the left
转腰，
arm,
用腰
as
的
is
力量
unusual.
将对手过背摔倒。
Some difference respect to the basic judo takedown, but that's not important here. Okay,
迅
this
速
looks
上
like
前部
it，is when
用我们的
he's giving a
后
punch
手格挡夹臂，
or not. I'm not. Yeah, typical.
然后用我们的左肩迅速贴紧对方腋下，
And
同时
that is
向后
another
撤步，
typical
用我们的双手
judo
抱紧
takedown
对
upon
方
Shionage.
的手臂，
He's clearly
臀部紧贴对方腹部，
left-handed.
两腿自然弯曲，蹬身、弓身，将对手
Okay.
打式站立，
Another thing,
然后用我们的前
let's see another time video of this style.
So I really want to improve my English, but to be honest, I don't have.
Okay, let's see another typical Sanda takedown. This is against a kick. This is very, very typical of Sanda. How to catch a leg and use it to make a takedown. Well, that's some quick aspect of Sanda takedowns. I make a remark on them because they are one of the most distinctive aspects of Sanda. Well, another aspect of Sanda are, as I said, the kickboxing aspect. Here, this is combat. This is from the 2056. As you can see, they are wearing gloves and nothing else. That is because it is professional. It is conventional kickboxing with takedowns, but not exactly conventional kickboxing, because there are different things that are allowed. They are not using it too much, but you can use punches not only with the knuckles. You can punch with every part of the hand. You can use in fact everything. You can use a fact shot from Wing Chun with the glove, of course, with palm strikes with gloves, but you can use a hammer punches, every kinds of punches. That is pretty interesting. Another aspect is that Sanda fighters have a lot of more variety of legs that K1 kickboxing people, Muay Thai people, because most of them come from kung fu styles where they have practiced many times of legs. Well, as you can see also, they are fighting in an elevated position, and if they go, one of them is taken off of the ring, he lose points. Well, that are some rules of competition. There are many kinds of variants of Sanda. There are some when even you can use nicks, another where it is not full contact. It is like Sanda. Well, you can. I say they have more kicks. There was their side kick, spin kick. Well, the face. It is very complete. I have been practicing it for around 4 months. I was in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, but the timeline I always arrived late, and the risk of injuries in Brazilian decided me to go to Sanda. I remember to people who don't follow the channel that I'm also making now Muay Thai and MMA, mixed martial arts, and now I'm making Sanda. Well, this is Sanda. Relationship to Wing Chun. Okay, there is a Wing Chun Sanda. Okay, here is a video from Spanish Association Kung Fu Club, and they are making some kind of mixture among Wing Chun and Sanda, and they are not the only ones. I've seen some people doing Wing Chun Sanda. It is something like a more sports-oriented Wing Chun, and that is exactly what this channel is about. So that is why I'm this way. This is by a pretty legacy. That is, they use traditional Wing Chun for fighting, and they are making laps out and these two people. They are not making free sparring or they are not using gloves, but they made a takedown try, and that means they are making some or something like that. Okay, I don't have intention to make this too long because I have not too much time. I have been making some modifications in the sound system before recording the video, and I lost the time that I have to make the video longer, but also I make long videos. Let's see a little bit more. It's some kind of free sparring, as I said. And here it is showing how to use a part of the PUBG forum, the free Buddha prices, how is said, to avoid when he's entering and some put the arms strike. That is a very good way to avoid entries, easier than others. Like and Sprout, he used the free price to buy. Okay, this is Sanda. Very technical, very legacy. That I mean by legacy, making use of very traditional Wing Chun of Leuting chinesse, I was. But there are people who are doing more kickboxing style with some aspects of Wing Chun mixed with Sanda takedowns. I have tried to make the typical Wing Chun takedowns in my Sanda sparring, but I have not been able to do it. I have had no success. I have tried to make use of my judo throws, takedowns, and they work. Also, my Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu takedowns work. The Wing Chun takedowns are difficult to apply against someone who is not using a Wing Chun style stance. Okay. Well, that I could end this video here, but I have found combat against it is this. Okay, this is this old guy is supposedly a Wing Chun master and is fighting against Sanda kickboxer, like the video says. Okay, I'll make a few comments about these fights to end the video. Okay. As you can see, the Wing Chun guy wears protection, and this Sanda guy no. It is an old man, probably absolutely out of health, fitness, no accurate physical preparation, and he used this advantage. Also, the Sanda guy used gloves, and the Wing Chun guy is bare hands. I have seen some people doing sparring in Wing Chun sparring, bare knuckle or no gloves. Okay, it is more realistic, but you take too many risks. Using pants with bare knuckles is too dangerous. I think that it doesn't work. You could use MMA gloves or karate gloves, and you could get mostly all of the advantage of empty hands and do sparring with more protection, but it is up to them. Okay, let's see these two combats to end the video, as I said. Not because the guy in Wing Chun is especially good, but there are some aspects that are interesting.
Highlight part where he decides to attack. He's thinking about it.
The Sanda guy is playing.
He's
It is
throwing
not
these
going
chain
serious.
kind of hits. You
If
see
he
that?
would
He's throwing them at the
well.
wrong range. Sanda guy's like, well, I will go in.
Okay.
And I guess chain kind of hits. You see that?
Try
He's
to
throwing
stop.
them at the wrong.
Okay, he has made the typical chain punches. Now he grabs the neck, possibly because the Sanda guy goes to do a takedown, double leg, single leg, whatever, not in a Sanda styles, and then you can get easily the neck. That is, as I said previously, a common mistake of Sanda because of the rules. But I've seen another interesting or curious thing.
Long range. Sanda guy's like, well.
Okay, it is pretty fast, but when he ends, he punts, the Wing Chun guy punts with the edge of the hand.
Long range. Sanda guy's
Yeah.
like, well, I will go in.
Typical Wing
And
Chun alike.
I guess he could have
Maybe.
started a grappling, but instead the ref broke it up. And the Wing Chun guy, to his credit, tried to go for a guillotine.
Okay.
And of course, the other funny part was here when Sanda guy just went for a takedown. Right there,
He
you see
has
that?
a
Just a little single
made a
leg.
try of
But he tripped him. That's a
Faxa.
Sanda
The
throw
Sanda
right
guy
there.
has
Now with
trapped the
false
leg.
confidence,
Well, this is
a week later,
another.
our Wing Chun guy decides
He also
to
used a protection for the barriga. Okay, for this part, he has not had abdominals, muscles.
challenge another guy, another
The Sanda
Sanda
guy
guy.
is
Now this
going
time the Sanda
harder.
guy is gonna go much more.
He doesn't
intense.
play that
You
much.
see that going for the
He
leg,
has given a low kick.
even throwing combos, and the wing. Oh my!
He has given high kicks that could have made the carry. It would have connected it better. Sanda guys usually have very good high kicks. They are dangerous doing that.
the Wing Chun guy's body pad's a little smaller now. It's only a chest. No, it's not a chest pad. Sorry, it's only a, what do you call it? Ab pad? What do you call? Look at that. Sanda guy going for a little single leg.
Okay, it's Italian single. Here it is soon an interesting or curious thing because the Wing Chun guy will try to do a palm strike. No, he has been taken to the ground. It will be in another part. Let's see.
Nice. 30 years of Wing Chun experience, man. And you have a little body shield. That's what it's called, body shield. But it's not a chest plate anymore.
He's trying to use Faxau whenever he gets low kick that dancing around. He doesn't know how to defend leg kick.
More before it was a full body shield. Anyways, so Sanda guy just doing the standard thing, attacking the legs, attacking the body, attacking the face. Oh, okay.
He has done another Faxau. Maybe he has thought about attacking the eyes, but it will be against the rules, of course.
Connected once. Oh, Sanda guy's pissed now.
Sanda guy is beginning to take the combat not too serious. If he could go full force, it will be another thing.
Oh, head-hunted. Oh, nice. Look at that. Hitting to the body and then dropping.
Here the Wing Chun guy has, as I said, punched this part. I'm not sure if with the fist or with a palm strike. It is fast. Let's see again.
Hitting to the body and then dropping. Look at the
okay, has made pot. First with the fist, with the knuckles, and then palm strike. We have absolutely no force. Okay, bare knuckles makes more damage, but with that way to do it is not enough. He clearly seems to have no idea of how to apply force to punches. Let's hear it a bit more.
Oh, man. Oh, that was great. Telegraphing with your right, but actually going for the left. Look at that. Oh, okay, not bad. Wing Chun guy went for the throat, went for the
he's
head.
going with views out. I don't know why the Sanda guy doesn't complete about it, because that is pretty illegal. But anyway, he has not had success with the views out to the ace.
Wing Chun guy's waiting to get knocked out, man. Look at the face. Look at the face right there. I like that the ref's staying very far away from the action. The ref's on the far left side. You can't see him right now. The ref's kind of like, I don't want to be on the wrong side of Sanda guy if Wing Chun guy keeps pissing him off. Because Sanda guy's just humoring Wing Chun guy right now. Look at that, going for the leg. He could totally pop the jaw, but Sanda guy with his hands down just look at that. Look at that. That was like a girl slap fighting move, but he was trying to.
But it is an old man, also safe. It has some merit to fight against young people who clearly is better than him. Okay, these are repetitions. Well, I don't want to go further. Once it has been taken down, it will be an MMA fight. As I said many more times, the Wing Chun style has no proper methodology or amount of techniques to fight. You need to do techniques in the auto. They are teaching many techniques, but they are lacking sparring. But okay, it's at least the techniques they are showing are good, but not enough to fight in MMA fights. And I'll stop here. I'm not going to do it long, but as I said, it is interesting the mixture of Sanda and Wing Chun. It could be a salvation or a variation for Wing Chun. Mm, if people begins to open Wing Chun Sanda gyms, they could attract people. But for doing that, Wing Chun people need to have experience in combat sports, in kickboxing and like sports. And also there are some federative problems. I've been trying to go to a competition in Sanda. It was going to be this next weekend in Salamanca, but at last my gym has decided not to go to that gym. There was a previous championship, campeonato, whatever, and I didn't go because I have not experience enough in Sanda, and some people got classified for the Spain national championship, and you need to classify in the provincial championship. Also, you need to have black belt in San Kung Fu style or blue belt in San Judo style. I'm not sure, but the problem is that I'm a Wing Chun instructor in the EUTO, but the EUTO is an organization, international organization, the biggest Wing Chun organization, but in Spain it has no association with the Kung Fu Federation, the local Kung Fu Federation of Spain. So my instructor in status doesn't translate into a black belt in Kung Fu, so I could not go to the championship. I also have 7 years of experience in K1, but that also it was unfederated, so and as far as I know, that is useless to go to a Spain championship. But I could go to local championships. I want to compete this year in Sanda or K1, maybe Muay Thai, but I'm not sure if I could. At last I'll make it. It all depends in many factors. If I do it, I'll make some video showing how I do it. Okay, Sanda. In Wing Chun, they make a good martial arts. You can use many of the hands of Wing Chun, trapping, and you can, if you teach Wing Chun Sanda, you are free to go outside of legacy Wing Chun and have more freedom teaching people to fight for rings. So I think that Wing Chun Sanda is a very good alternative to traditional or legacy Wing Chun. And until here, I'm not sure what will be the next video about, but for sure it will be about how to use Wing Chun in combat sports. Bye.